Hey, it's Chip Collins, Collins Group Realty, coming to you with what's happening in the marketplace. Today we're going to be joined by Chris Sanders, who is our strategic advisor at Collins Group Realty, and we're talking about the mood of the market here in mid-July, so let's get after it. Okay, so here we are mid-July, and the real estate market is in full swing, but everybody's talking about real estate, right? And so today I'm joined with Chris Sanders, who's our strategic advisor here at Collins Group Realty. And we just want to understand the mood of the market, as we call it. Things are changing. We're hearing a lot of news out there in the country and in the low country. Everybody's still talking about real estate. So what is the mood of the market right now, Chris? What are we seeing on the front line?
Well, if I had to summarize it, Chip, I would say that overall a little bit of cooling, some deceleration in prices, but look at it a little bit more optimistically, it's normalizing. The market is just becoming a little bit more normal, a little bit more predictable, and that's not a bad thing.
So when you think about normal, I'm thinking, boy, we haven't seen normal in a long time. I mean, both you and I have been at this for over 25 years. I'm not sure there is ever really any normal, but does normal mean sort of balanced? Meaning, in other words, we've had such a strong seller's market for the last 2 years. Does normal mean that buyers might start having a little bit more say in the equation of a transaction?
That's right. I mean, inventory is starting to creep up nationally. That's one thing that we're looking at. But what we're also seeing with buyers is there's a little bit more back and forth taking place in the market. Buyers and sellers are talking to each other a little bit more. Buyers are looking for a little bit more justification on where a seller positions their listing. And so that creates negotiations. That in turn creates maybe a little bit of come off a list price that we're seeing now that we haven't seen leading up to now.
Yeah, so buyers maybe have a little bit of leverage, or they feel like they're starting to regain a little bit of leverage, which is, I think, welcomed. And you think about more static inventory, so I know that there's been an increase on that, right? Anybody that looks at the number of listings that are active on the market right now, that has come up from where it was even just 6 months ago.
That's right. The number of new listings hitting the market nationally is up week over week. I mean, it just continues to pile up, and that's the headlines that you're seeing. But locally, new listings hitting the market, we're not really seeing a dramatic spike in that yet. Now, that could change down the way, but right now it's not a big spike. But what we are seeing is we're seeing more listings than contracts ratified. So basically what that allows inventory to do is swell a little bit, or just get to a level where buyers start to have some choices.
Normally, and by the way, sellers get choices too. I mean, gosh, last year, the year before, every property owner that I knew said, it was almost like a script. I would love to sell my house right now, but I've got no place to go.
Right.
So I'm thinking sellers, property owners, now have choices. So let's see if that's true. There's more options out there, not just for buyers, but owners that want to become buyers. Now they get to have something to engage on.
That's right. And sellers right now, median sale price is up 23% over last year. I mean, so we're still at historic highs for sellers. So they're still capitalizing on some great prices out there. But now buyers can jump into the game too.
23% increase is just incredible
over
when you think about
year.
It. Right, over a record year. And so that's still kind of continuing through our market right now. We still see nice, healthy prices in the marketplace. And yet we're starting to see a little bit of price reduction here and there as sellers are trying to figure out, change their trajectory a little bit of that,
That's
right?
Right. We've been seeing about 70 to 80 price drops a year here in our local markets, but interestingly enough, and we'll keep our eyes on this, in the last 7 days, that dropped down to 53.
Right. So you said a year, but we're basically seeing that once a week. We're seeing maybe 70 or 80 price drops throughout the marketplace. So that's a little bit of normalizing too. People are just trying to figure out, where's the buyer audience going to strike on this? And by the way, when they strike, I mean, we had a property we put on the market just 2 days ago. We had multiple offers on it. So all of that is still happening in the marketplace right now. And so it makes me mindful of the fact that the market is still really good. And there's a lot of eyeballs on the market. We just did our mid-year sort of study of what we've been up to. And we've had buyers that we've represented come from 27 different states around the United States into the low country just this year alone.
Yes.
So there's a lot of engagement on what's happening in the low country. Everybody's excited about what this marketplace has to offer, the lifestyle, the values, the relative values from other places that people are coming from. And so here we are in the front line, Chris, right? And we're just so excited to be able to share with you what's happening, what's the mood of the market. And we're going to come to you in a couple of weeks with the statistics of what's happening specifically all the way through June. Compare that to June of last year, do some year-to-date data, and just look forward to bringing that to you. So thanks for your interest as always, and we'll see you next time.